Had to. All right, Christina, we are live. Sorry to keep everybody waiting. We're about 10 minutes behind here. Welcome. My goodness, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Ready for no rain. We've had quite a bit of rain here in Lexington, and just ready for a clear day. And excited for today. It's March 1st.
I know. How is it March 1st already? How is it March 1st? Where does time go? I don't know.
Coming into the last month of the first quarter.
That's right. That's right. Welcome, everybody. We are day one of our launch mini group. Man, I am excited. I have been up through the night thinking about what we're going to share today, and not only today, but then the days upcoming, and the elements from our roadmap that we are going to be sharing into this group. I'm just super excited. Hopefully, if those that are not able to join us live are able to catch the replays and join us on the replays. So just so everybody knows, these videos will be live in the group, and we'll keep them in the group for how many days is it, Christina?
We'll keep it for the time of our chatting.
Right.
For at least 10 days.
For at least 10 days, yeah. So just so everybody knows, this is kind of a limited time pop-up group where we're going to share as much information as we possibly can to help you implement some golden nuggets that we can impart into your business, so that you can take the next step and increase sales for your store. Or if you don't have a store, at least get headed in the right direction, so that you're off on the right foot, rather than chasing a shiny object and looking for the next tool or the next opportunity, or something else that comes your way. I know how difficult that is, especially the myriad of emails that I receive every day and the different opportunities and the squirrels that run out in front of my window. I want to go chase them. which becomes very difficult not to, especially when there's a lot of opportunity out there, and there's a lot of different ways to make money online, that's for sure. But we want to share our method and our strategy, our system, that we've put together to help you do that using passionate products from USA-based sellers and vendors, and our dual mission, our dual purpose, that we're going to go ahead and share here in just a little bit. And just really excited. Day one, Christina, I can't believe it is here.
Yep, we're here. Chime in and say hello if you're watching us live. We'd love to hear you chime in or say something. Just say hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let us know if you're new or experienced Shopify owner as well.
Absolutely. And Christina, would you have the group Facebook chat open just so you can monitor that? Because I don't see all the comments come through StreamYard, just to make sure we don't miss anything in the group. If there's group questions coming in, I want to make sure we get those answered, because I've overlooked them in the past.
You got it. I'm pulling it up right now, so I'll have it. There we go. I see Michael Witcher. Hey, he's in Kentucky too.
Ah, right on, Michael. Welcome. Welcome. I wonder how close to Lexington. Let us know.
Yeah, let's see here.
Cecile is here. Hello, Cecile. Cecile has joined us on our mastery program. So, Cecile, I am excited that you are here. Thank you for joining us today. And we'll share as much as we possibly can to get on the good foot here with you in advance of our official launch. So I am so glad you're here, Cecile.
Welcome. I look forward to meeting you, Cecile.
And who's chiming in from Phoenix here?
We have Steve. Oh, yeah. Steve has joined us as well.
All right, Steve, welcome. And we have Chetan from India. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome.
Welcome. And I see Michael's from Murray in Western Kentucky. Great to have you here. And I know Steve is chiming in from Arizona.
Very nice. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's share my screen and we'll kind of cover what we're going to cover today, the goals for each day, because each day that we go through, there's going to be a deliverable, more or less, an action step for you to take and a transition that we want you to take as far as whether it's mindset or action step, and an aha moment so that you can take that into your business. And all of these are elements that come from our three stage 9-step system to 10K per month in 90 days. So I'm going to go ahead and share an image of our system first, and you'll actually see that in the group here. And then it'll all kind of, everything that we're sharing is cumulative. So what you learn today will pile on to tomorrow, will pile on to the next day and the next day. So Alec, hello, welcome. Thank you very much. Loves the content so far. So as we share each day, we're going to give you an action step for that day. And so those will be emailed out, and they'll also be in the files group or the files tab within the group, so that you can take that and do that bit of homework after our training each day.
You want to make sure you're each accountable to helping yourself move forward.
That's right. Good call, Christina. So let me share my other screen here. One moment, guys. And hello, I'm from Northern California. That's where I am, just so everybody knows. I am just north of Sacramento, California, about 40 miles in a small town, well, medium town, I guess, Yuba City. All right, here we go. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Let me, not that large. Let's go 50%. Okay, so everybody here, this is our 10K per month profit Shopify store roadmap to success. And the goal here is 10K per month in profit in 90 days without fear of failure or overwhelm. And today we're actually going to be talking about overwhelm, and which lies here within clarity and commitment of our stage 1. So if you look at the map here, I'll just kind of walk you through. There's stage 1, which is the foundation. So when building any house or building any business, we want to start on solid footing, a solid foundation. And what our system is designed to do is to take you from being overwhelmed and uncertain to 10K per month profits and thriving. And so today's training, we are focused here in the foundation on clarity and commitment. And then tomorrow we're going to chat about conversion optimization and getting store readiness. And team KPIs, SOPs, we're going to touch on that. And then we go through curation and how we curate our products and the method that we go through in order to curate high passion, high margin, USA-based products with fast shipping that speak to an audience, and an audience that ultimately will become purchasers from your store again and again. And that was a challenge that I found early on in my store journey. And I'll share a little bit about my story here in a little bit. But when I started my store in 2016, I could sell a lot, but not a lot of repeat visitors because of the types of products that I was selling. So we take you through curation, finding those products, reaching out to those vendors, how to set up those relationships, moving through product launch, and then into our third stage, which is saturation, and saturating the marketplace, saturating Facebook, Google, YouTube with advertising, marketing, and all sorts of placements that result in high return on ad spend, and then moving into high ROAS retargeting, and then nurturing our post purchasers for high lifetime customer value. So that is our roadmap, and what we're doing this week is teaching specific things from our roadmap and specific items, specific concepts, and then action items from our roadmap, so that you can take those and implement them into your business. And if you have any questions whatsoever at any time, just go ahead and drop a comment, and we are here to help you every step of the way. So let me open this one up here. And just a little recap. Today is March 1st. Where does the time go? I still can't believe it. My goodness. And today we're going to talk about how it works, how our process works, and a bigger mission. Because our process, our system serves a bigger mission, serves a dual purpose, and we're going to go over that. And I think it's extremely important to have a larger mission in life and a larger purpose, especially in the e-com space. So rather than, selling just a trinket or a toy or something that everybody else is selling, and you're just out there trying to make a quick buck, a larger mission and a larger purpose, where you're actually aligning your passion and you're aligning your experience and your life with the product and with your business, while at the same time aligning with someone else's business to help them grow and scale. You have a much larger purpose and a much larger mission. We're going to talk about that here today. Our ultimate goal, of course, is $10,000 per month in 90 days without selling the same thing as everyone else, with help and support from those who have been there. Alec, great question. Any advice on how to get Etsy sellers to commit to you? And we're going to cover that question on day 3 here on viral product sourcing. So I'm going to cover that question here. So be on the lookout, because we have some documentation and some communication for outreach in order to reach out to those Etsy vendors and then enter into a contract with them and possibly even receive exclusivity as to where you are the only one that sells their product. So great question, and we are going to cover that here coming up, and a very important one at that. Ultimately, as we go through these days, we're going to go through, how it works, a bigger mission, aligning yourself with that larger goal. That's today. And so that way you wake up in the morning and you're excited to get in front of the computer. You're excited to get, chatting away with people and growing your business and on the phone and really selling products. And you're excited to market something that you can get behind, right? Tomorrow, we're going to chat about store readiness, just getting the pieces in place so that you have a high converting store, that all of the pieces are there in order for it to be a good landing place for a customer to come in and shop, has all of the trust elements, has all of the social proof, has all the things necessary for somebody to know, like, and trust you and hopefully get a high purchase rate. And then day 4, we're going to chat about Facebook ads. Specifically, we're going to chat about a Facebook video ad. And I'm going to walk you through some steps on that and the importance of Facebook video, and then some easy tricks and hacks in order to get that video up and running, and working with your Etsy vendor to have the right images to create the videos and the software to do that. Facebook ads day 2, we're going to chat about that day 5. That's because we could probably go in our course. There's a lot more than a couple of days, but we're going to jam as much as we can in here for you guys. There's some real gold nuggets. And then day 6, what we like to do is broaden out. Once we have something working on Facebook, we can retarget on Google and YouTube. I'm going to share some fast track hacks in order to get some retargeting up on Google and YouTube for you. And then day 7, day 8, and day 9, we're going to open it up to Q&A. We're going to open the floor. Bring your questions, anything and everything about all that we've covered or outside that we've covered. Any questions, just bring it to us, because we're going to open the floor day 7, day 8, and day 9 to answer any of those questions, any objections. And if at the end of our training, we are going to provide an offer for you to work with us at a limited time, limited access bonuses to help you save time and money. We have some things that we're going to include if you want to be part of our mastery program, like Cecile has already joined in this group. And Stephen, I want to say also, I don't know if it's the same Stephen here, but good deal. So, Alec, have to get back to the day job. We'll catch up in the spare time. Thanks for the info. Thank you, Alec. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, come back, watch the replays, and then keep an eye out for your email because we're going to be sending some action items and deliverables for you, some homework in order for you to implement.
And just a reminder for those of you joining us here on our training, always be sure to have a notepad and pen. You know, you're going to retain more if you start to write down some of the golden nuggets we share to actually implement them down the road. Once we hit day 1, day 2, day 3, you'll be like, oh my gosh, what was that again? So just a little gentle reminder on that. Set yourself up for success.
Yeah, absolutely, Christina. Thank you. Yeah, get your pen and notepad ready, please. Let's come down here. Just a little background on us and on me, and just so you know who we are, who is Aaron. And then, so I'll chat about me, and then I'll hand the floor over to you, Christina, and then you chat about Christina, okay?
You got it.
All right. So my name is Aaron Landreth. I mentioned earlier that I live in Yuba City, California, just about 40 miles north of Sacramento. Little town of about 60,000 or so in the middle of orchards. I actually went to school at UC Davis, just a little ways down the street, although I spent some time at Texas Tech too. So that's why you might see me frequently wearing Texas Tech gear. I am a Dominate Web Media certified partner, and Dominate Web Media has over $300 million in ad spend. You may have seen Keith Krantz or his name pop up in your newsfeed with advertising for Facebook ads training. I'm a certified partner with Dominate Web Media, which is owned by Keith Krantz. I'm an e-com coach and store owner. I'm also a father and a husband. That is a picture of me with my son Thomas, my daughter Faith, who just turned 1, and she'll be 1 year, 2 months in just a few days here. And that is my wife, Michelle, outside of our home in Yuba City. I started my store in 2016, and the goal of me starting a store then was to earn more money and spend more time with my family. And through trial and error and wasted time and money, I formulated, let me get to that in a second, because let me back up to starting the store in 2016. I had a general store, and it was a store that sold all sorts of products from AliExpress. And you know, that's kind of what was being trained at the time. You know, set up a store, find a popular product, find a hot niche product, sell it, and you will grow a business. You'll grow a list that you can email to, and you'll be off to the races. You know, a 4-hour laptop lifestyle. You'll be at the beach in no time. And what I discovered is, yes, you can sell a lot of products that way, but ultimately, customers, you wind up building a customer base that does not want to buy again and again from you. They're not happy with the shipping times. They're not happy with the product. They're not happy with the return times. And ultimately, you wind up building that email list and building a business of customers that are not pleased with you. And so your lifetime customer value winds up being very low, and you know, you spend a lot of money on ads, and you're unable to recoup a whole lot of that ad spend over that lifetime customer value. And so through trial and error and wasted time and wasted money, I formulated a better way, and that is the better way that Christina and I are going to be sharing with you here, and our system, our 3-stage, 9-step system to 10K per month in 90 days. So that being said, Christina, I will hand the mic over to you. And
Okay, well, thank you, Aaron. My name's Christina Nelson. I am chiming in from Lexington, Kentucky. So other side of the United States. I'm in Eastern time, Aaron's in Pacific time. And Aaron and I have been partners for multiple years now, I believe, at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I actually have, owned a multi-million dollar studio for a number of years. And to share with you, I got there in a market I didn't even know. I had moved across country to Lexington, Kentucky. Within 2 to 3 years, I had a multi-million dollar studio. Okay. And that happened because I learned and studied what worked and applied it. Okay. And with that, and with learning from some of the best in digital marketing over the years, examples being I help in different groups, I help teach others in regards just to digital marketing. Okay. I have learned what works first with my own businesses before we share it with anybody else. Okay. We make sure it's a proven process that actually works before it's shared across whoever we are helping. Okay. So I want you to know that anything I learn, that we learn and we take in, we first apply it to us first before we share with anybody else. And, with that, here I am in Lexington. You see a picture. I own studios. I've also consulted studios around the nation, as well as with the store itself that Aaron and I oversee. Okay. I am in special groups where I said that I do teach. I act as a big sister to help other digital marketers learn the process, learn the steps, and feel confident going out there and getting a return on their investment. Okay. With that, I like to say I give people a virtual hug. I like setting people up for success. It doesn't matter what it is, what I'm doing. It's like, are we set up for success to move forward? So you may hear me say that quite a bit. It just translates from years of just that being the way with me. Okay. Right, Aaron?
Yep, absolutely.
And, like I said, I do help many other businesses out there achieve what they want to achieve. Okay. And I do like to say the proof is in the pudding. I just need a little note from me at some point. The proof is the pudding. The proof is in the profit. So I'm excited to be here and to help you along the journey, giving you the clarity and the steps needed to help get you to that 10K in profit per month. So I guess, yep, that's a picture of me. I did change my hair color. I did. I went brown for a little easier upkeep, just so you know. Like, why is she much blonde? She's got brown hair. I just changed it last week. Spring change.
Oh my goodness.
Share that with you. I hope I shared everything you wanted me to share, Aaron.
No, for sure. Great job. And everybody out there, Christina is awesome. So if you have any questions that I'm unable to answer, Christina most certainly can jump in and help answer as well. You'll see her and me in the group. And I encourage you to send us a friend request on Facebook because, whether or not you join our mastery program at the end of this mini pop-up group, we're both happy to help answer any questions over Messenger where you are maybe stuck in your digital journey. So I encourage everybody to do that. Great share, Christina. Thank you. Let's just a little bit of house rules here, and then we'll move right in. So everybody just go ahead and make sure that every day you check your emails and check the media and files section of the group. Tyler, thank you very much. Tyler says, looking forward to learning from you, Aaron and Christina. You guys are the real deal. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that.
And just a little note here, guys. We are sending emails to you if we have your email address. If you do not see it in your inbox, just a reminder to whitelist us or look in your spam folder just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, check spam for sure. We will be going live daily at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So we will be here every day over the next few days. Set your notifications in the Facebook group. I think an email was sent out about that on how to go about making sure that you set those notifications up the right way. And what we're doing is sharing the systems to grow and scale to 10K in 90 days with using high passion, high margin products from USA vendors without Zindrop or Oberlo or Product Pro fulfillment or print on demand. And not to knock print on demand, it's actually a great avenue in order, I believe, to sell cross sells and upsells. So, but what we want to do, and I'm going to share our dual mission and our dual purpose here in a little bit, is work with USA-based vendors to help them grow and scale their business and put food on the plate, on the table for their families, while we can grow and scale our own business too.
Yes, and I just want to shout out to Les. Hey, Les, thanks for joining us, for chiming in.
Right on. Hello, Les. Good deal. And you know what? Let's move over here. And I'm going to scroll up here to the new landscape. And while this is up, give me 1 second, because I'm going to share something here about the new landscape and then where I came from the old landscape. So Christina, would you mind reading that just for a second while I grab something?
Sure, yeah. The new landscape here. Just a little note, in just 1 quarter, e-commerce grew as much as it had in the past 4 years. Okay, so think about that for a minute. In just 1 quarter, e-commerce grew as much as it had in the past 4 years. For those of you out there saying, oh, 2021 or 2020 was a bad year, look at the growth. And I saw, Aaron, you were grabbing something, a huge stack of stuff. What's going on over there?
Well, yeah, we'll get here in just 1 second. I like where you were focusing there.
Got it. And going on, for years, retail spending online rose slowly, but steadily. More and more people were getting comfortable spending money online, right? An example from 2010 to 2019, e-commerce's share of spending in the US grew from 4% to 12%. And that's actually about 1 percentage point increase each year. Now, keep in mind, this is 2019. We're in 2021, right? Most people were not going out to shop in the last year, correct? Think about that. Think about that. Think about how much it actually jumped from 2019 to now. There's opportunity out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? COVID-19 happened. Right? And the whole world stopped for a little bit. For a little bit, right? But then, just to let you know, from the first quarter of 2020 to the second, the US Census found e-commerce increased from 11.8% of all sales to 16.1%. Keep in mind, this is a year ago. So essentially, in just 1 quarter, e-commerce grew as much as it had in the past 4 years. Let that sink in. Just 1 quarter, e-commerce grew as much as it had in the past 4 years.
Wild.
So we're glad you're here.
Yeah. If anybody was thinking, that it was too late to get into the Shopify game or the e-commerce game or drop shipping, it is still in its infancy, and COVID accelerated the growth of e-commerce and purchasing online by just an enormous magnitude. And so if you're questioning on whether it's the right space for you to make money in and make money for your business and your family, don't think that it's a well that hasn't dried up. It's a well that is springing forth, and more, and they're continuing. More and more people are feeling more comfortable in buying their things online. And to that end, you can just see this this chart here, and it's tough to read these numbers down here. These are years, and this is the year 2000, and this are percentages. Like this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16% of e-commerce share of all sales. So over here, this is COVID right here, right when that spiked up, and that's that growth of in one quarter as much as in 4 years, right there. And that is just incredible. That is millions and millions of more people online buying and looking and searching and looking to buy. So even when hopefully things loosen up and these restrictions loosen up and we're able to go back out and go shopping and you know, depending on where you're at in the country, of course, it's different where you are from where I am. I had a friend, just a side story, recently come visit me from the Bay Area, and I'm in Northern California, just north of Sacramento, but he came from the Bay Area, and his experience in the Bay Area is completely different than my experience here. He said it was like going to a different country. So I just say all that to say, even though, or, you know, hopefully we're going back to normalcy in certain areas, of course, the trend for online shopping is not going anywhere. It's only accelerating and only going up.
Right. I mean, just think about it. Whenever you have to revise a credit card, how many places now do you have to go to revise that card?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I know it's a pretty big task. And that means there's so much more being done online.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. That's true. That's such a pain.
It is a pain. I know. There's always the ones you forget. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot.
Yep. Good call, Christina. I wanted to make a note here. Just these slides, and everybody will be getting a version of these slides. Once again, check the files tab of the group and then check your emails. But you can see up here in the top right, roadmap location. I want everybody to make a note of this roadmap location, stage 1, step 1. And this is a key concept. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because all of our training and all of our slides live within our roadmap. Okay. And so you'll see on our slides when you get them that they have this clear designation of where the training resides, where you're living in our roadmap, what you're consuming, what you're digesting. So you always know within our system the information that you're consuming and implementing. Okay. So we have for each stage and each step, we have key concepts. And then we also have action items within each step. So right here, this is a key concept of the new landscape. So just take a note of that. I wanted to point that out for everybody here. Okay, so you saw me a moment ago pull out a big box of stuff. And I wanted to share some of the stuff that that I had sold going back to when I first started my store, when it was a general store, when I thought I could be Jeff Bezos and sell everything under the sun, and, you know, market to the masses, you know, but you quickly find out you're in a much larger playing field with players with much deeper pockets and can squeeze you right out of the game with very low margins. So I just wanted to share some of those products, and some of you here watching might be familiar with some of these. Has anybody seen the wireless dog fence? Very hot item, the wireless dog fence. Yes, it is a dog fence, and it's a dog. Okay, don't sell that.
I think my grandma had one of those.
I've got one for you here. It was a return. It was a return, and if you notice, it says on there, made in China. And this one still should work. Oh yeah, it has a collar and everything. Oh yeah, it's a full functioner. I'll ship it to you, Christina, if you want it.
That's okay, I'm good.
So there's one, and these are some of the products that you'll see pop up as, you know, hot trending on Product List Pro or Oberlo or Zindrop or Product List Genie or any of the things that you'll see out there. They're like, this is a hot product. We'll give you the ad copy and we'll give you the swipes and we'll give you the targeting. And all you have to do is one push click over into your store and get the same ads as everybody else out there. And boom, you're on the beach. No. So.
Push on results.
Yes, this one is a popular one right here. These are the pet hand washing mittens. So they have little bumps on them and they get fur off of your fur baby. So this one was really being pushed for a long time. My goodness, I have some if anybody wants them. Another one in the remove hair. So just to give you a background on my thinking here. See, you could have a funnel where this is your front end, right? Because you can like have a free plus shipping for the gloves. And then you have an upsell of this is a pet hair remover from your couch or from your car. Like here's a little mini wand for your car. And then here's a bigger wand for your couch. And these remove the pet hair from your upholstery or from your couch or your recliner. So the idea there was front end with the glove, upsell here, and then another upsell with the alarm, the dog fence. So that was the original initial funnel idea. Just don't go this route, guys. It's not the route to go. You get squeezed out with low margins and products that people aren't necessarily happy with. Let's see here. That came USB bracelets. Here's another one. It's like a. I'm not even sure what this is and why I have it, but I got it at some point because I thought it was a good idea to sell. Oh my goodness, I still have a whole box here. I've got stuff here. Oh, here's another one. The pet electric nail clipper. That was also part of that funnel. The pet grinder electric nail clipper. So obviously I was in the pet space or trying to get a funnel going in the pet space. No. I wound up selling quite a bit of them, but ultimately, it was not the kind of business that I wanted to grow. It was not the kind of business that was really creating engaged, passionate audiences that wanted to come back and buy again and again. And here I am left with the stuff that were returns I think I'll be shipping some out to you, Christina.
My garage is full.
Oh, man.
Like that brings to the point of the importance of selling quality products that people want, so you're not getting returns.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
So thank you for sharing that, Aaron, and just kind of sharing at the time, right, what you thought was actually going to be a hot product.
Exactly.
And through the learning process, we've ironed it out and nailed it.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Anybody out there struggling with in the same spot I was struggling in getting those products, same products on Zindrop and Oberlo and all those apps and everything. I've been there. And I'm glad I'm not there anymore because, it leads to even more overwhelm and more, what's the next hot product? Well, what's the next thing I got to get into? What's the next, niche that I'm going to try and serve? And what winds up happening is, I have a dog funnel going and I'm selling some products in there. Well, what do I have to set up next to sell? Oh, there's some baby stuff I got to sell. Oh, there's some maternity stuff I got to sell. Then I got to know that niche and set up my own back end and email and fulfillment. And Oh, wait a minute. What's that over? Oh, some security products. Okay, let me get it. Just, that's why I had to really take a step back and, who do I serve? Why do I want to serve them? What's my bigger why? What's my bigger passion? How can I serve and how can I grow a list where I'm going to provide products to them where they're going to want to buy again and again, and I don't have to change my messaging. I don't have to change my emails out because, oh my goodness, I've got my baby customers on my dog list. I've got, who am I emailing here? What's my offer? And think about it. For me, I was one man band, and here I am. Not only do I have to come up with, the product, the description, the ads, the fulfillment, the everything, but now I've got to speak to different people, understand the niche. I mean, these are billion-dollar industries in their own right, and here I am trying to sell into these separate billion-dollar industries. It just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't work.
And Michael Winter said that, he did that for a while too.
Ah, good deal. Okay, so you found an Etsy supplier 20 minutes from your office. Drive there today and try and secure a deal. Awesome. Is that Michael that mentioned that?
That's Mason. Mason chimed in a success that he's driving there today.
Oh, nice, Mason. Good deal. Sweet.
At any time.
Sweetness. Great to hear, my man. I don't see on StreamYard, I don't see your names. So thank you for noticing that, Christina. Good deal. Okay. So all this to be said, we had to pivot. We had to change. We had to do something that aligned with us personally. And that's what we're going to share next. The bigger why, cutting through the overwhelm, cutting through the confusion on what products do I have to sell, what people what customers am I going to serve, cutting through all of that and digging deep into you personally. What do you like? What do you enjoy doing? What are you passionate about? Who do you admire? What fires you up in the morning? What wakes you up? Whether it's hobbies or music or politics or what that thing happens to be. And so I'm going to share a couple key stories here on that here in a moment. And I'm going to save the macro trends here for a minute because I want to focus on the bigger why. Let me come up here. Let me shift this. So your bigger why. And we believe that you must align your products with your inner core so that you sell products that you're passionate about and you can grow a business that you are proud of. All right. And the key thing to understand is that if your internal why of why I want to grow this business, of why I want to sacrifice, my time and really go all in, jump in, why am I doing that? Is it for my family? Is it for my children? Is it because I want more retirement? Is it because I want time freedom? I want location freedom? What is that bigger why? Because if your why isn't big enough, challenges, roadblocks, and frustrations will sidetrack you from your goal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so it's important at the very beginning, and this is part of our foundation within our system, to grow your why, to understand your why, dig deep internally, and make that your core why understood and known, and think about it and write it down and put it on a pinboard in front of you above your monitor every single day so that you know why you're doing what you're doing, because that will be your North Star. It will be your true compass, and it will drive you and wake you up in the morning with passion. So when you grow your why, the problems and puzzles that you inevitably will come across, because there are challenges that will present themselves, but those problems will just become puzzles that you'll want to solve and overcome. Okay. So just two impactful stories of alignment I'll share here. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. We all know who Warren Buffett is. He recommends to only invest in companies and products that you use yourself and are passionate about or have some sort of level of deep understanding about. And a wonderful example of that is Shaquille O'Neal. How many commercials do you see Shaq in these days? I mean, I'm amazed at how I just see Shaq everywhere. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I see Shaq everywhere. I don't know about you, Christina.
I just saw him on a commercial yesterday. Yep.
What it was?
I can't remember what it was.
Maybe.
But I saw him on a commercial, a TV commercial. Yes, I'm like, oh, look, there's Shaq. Like he's good at making those connections and understanding how to profit from it. I mean, look at his numbers. 350 million. I mean, he's doing a lot of things right.
Yeah, I was shocked. I had to look that up the other day because I kept seeing Shaq. I'm like, how much is Shaq pulling in these days? 350 million. And then I started to really look into the businesses that he's involved in. And so you may see him on the General car insurance. That's one. That's a big one right now. And he's had the General car insurance since he was in college. And the reason that he's still a spokesperson for the General is because it's a product that he uses and believes in. He owns, I think I forget the number of car washes, but it's because of he used that particular car wash and had a level of understanding with it. He refused to invest in Starbucks because he doesn't go to Starbucks. So I say these things, look up Shaq and you'll see the number of businesses that he's involved in, and his key factor in all of the businesses that he invests in is, do I use that product or service? And that is his main driver. So our main driver here with Six Figure Store Secrets is to dig deep on our passion. What do we not necessarily use? Because, well, it is what we use, but it's what we're passionate about deep down, because we're going to find products. And you may have seen in our us chatting about before, our pillar product, our core product, we call it our Michael Jordan product. We're looking for our one main product that has high margins, high passions, that speaks to us internally, that becomes our main driver. We can build our whole business around. We can have our upsells and our cross sells all around that one core product, because we're able to sell that product either at a profit or at bare minimum break even. So then we can have our cross sells and upsells. And the beautiful thing is with our system, we teach you how to go out and find that product and then communicate with that potential seller, vendor, in order to forge that relationship and have that product become your Michael Jordan product that you are passionate about, that you know about, and that then you're happy to sell. And so that being said, I'll pull up our mission that serves a dual purpose, and that is to grow an online business that we are aligned with and can be proud of, and then to help a fellow small business owner grow and scale so they can provide for their families. And so not only, I feel that this is very, very powerful, in that not only are you going to be selling a product that you're passionate about, that gets you up in the morning, that you feel good about, a people that you want to serve, a customer that you want, how to email them, how to speak their language, how to communicate on email and Messenger and Facebook posts and all of those things, because you are one of the customers. You come from their shoes. So you know how to talk about the product and you're passionate about it. And so when you're aligning that passion with that product and then aligning with a greater mission and a greater purpose of helping someone else grow their business and helping them, and you have those things aligned, that's a business that you can really feel good about. That's a business where you can wake up and be like, this is something I can share with, with my family and my friends and my mom and my dad and my kids. This is something that, they know I'm passionate about X, and they know, they see how happy I am now that I'm able to sell something that aligns with me and aligns with my inner core, and while at the same time helping someone else.
Definitely, especially right now in this climate.
100%, 100%. And to that end, in this climate, there's a rush of people that are coming online, obviously to make purchases. And we showed that graph earlier, but there's a rush of people trying to make it online and trying to make money online. And a lot of them are trying to grow a store on Etsy, and they have probably a pretty good product, and they know how to make that product, but they might not know, in the most cases, they don't know how to properly market that product. And so what we want to do is come in and help them through our marketing and expertise and our system here that we're training you on, to lend that hand to help them grow and scale their business. So it's a perfect opportunity to help those that are new in the game, that know they need to sell something, know they need to do something, know that they want to provide for their family, and they see an opportunity in Etsy. It's our opportunity to reach out and try and help them accomplish their goals and their dreams, their desires. So we believe that through helping others grow, we are more excited to grow our own business and fulfill a more purposeful life. And just to get a little meta on you here, that's what we're doing here. Is we want to train others to be like us, to go out and help others. So we feel that our greatest impact can use our specialties and knowledge and expertise and our system, so that we can arm you with the digital expertise and marketing, so that you can go out and help others. We think that we can provide even a larger impact in that regard. So I'm very happy, very lucky to have you here watching this today, because you're helping Christina and I fulfill a little bit of our bigger purpose. Because ultimately, together, we're all in this together. We can help each other grow businesses that we are proud of profitably.
Agreed. We want to empower each one of you.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay, so to that end, let's just chat about our core values here at Six Figure Store Secrets, because what we are for and what we are against, I think, is very critical. You see a lot of people out there, a lot of gurus in the space trying to pull you one way and teach you, how to do drop shipping or how to do e-commerce. And I want to make sure that you know how we separate ourselves from everybody else, because we are very committed in the things that we believe, and that is supporting our fellow US-based small businesses. And we want to help everyday people escape the rat race. We want to grow a profitable store. We're looking for products with large margins. We're looking to simplify the process. We're looking for partnerships, and that's one thing, if you're watching this, that I struggled with for a long time. Was I thought that I could do it all alone. I thought that I could just, and that's kind of what's pitched out there, right? Is that you can just work from on a keyboard and from behind a screen, and you don't have to interact or engage with a whole lot of people. I'll tell you, forging partnerships, interaction, that communication, absolutely key. We're for learning, constantly learning. We have our system and we have our processes, but we are always learning. I am still, and Christine and I both are still in masterminds and growth and learning what's new and what's working and how we can deliver value into the marketplace and what's converting and all those things. So learning is so huge.
And I would say at a minimum, we're probably learning at least 25 to 30 hours a week, where we are continually updating and implementing.
Always, always, always. Good point.
Even when I'm tired, even when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm usually listening to something.
I know, right? I had my earpiece in last night going to bed, and my wife was like, "What are you listening to?" Oh, just some stuff, just some growth stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
We are for profit. We are for goal achieving together. We are for new opportunities and new options. We are for family freedom. We are for honesty, and we are for helping others.
We want to provide you more choices, more options, whether it's for you, your family, your children, your pet.
100%. Yes. We are against overseas cheap manufacturers. I've been down that road. I know where it ends. It's not what everybody says. It's not all glitz and glamour. It is not an easy road to go down. You are entering into a ball game selling cheap things from overseas that you will get crushed and lose money. We are against 9-to-5ers. Well, if you're currently in a 9-to-5, we want to help you get out of your 9-to-5. That is the mission here.
Yes. Okay.
So we are against low margins and stiff competition. We want to position ourselves with unique products with high margins. We are against not having any profit. We're against complex stuff that doesn't work. And that's why we have our system broken down into 3 stages and 9 steps. And we have our slides that fit within each one with concepts and deliverables. And if you join our mastery program, we go into daily coaching and access to us and our team on a daily basis so that we can distill down the complex and help you overcome hurdles. And we are against no connections. I mentioned earlier how important it is to have those key partnerships, because key partnerships help you get over humps and hurdles and get over those challenges. We are against know-it-alls because we're always learning. And we're against failure because trust us, there are those that succeed. And sometimes all it takes is just being around those that do succeed and being in a room full of high achievers and those that push each other and those that have been pushed and have been there to actually overcome where you're at. And that goes back to your bigger why. Also, if you have a bigger why, you're going to seek out people and seek out ways to overcome that failure or, most cases, fear of failure. We're against comfortable past patterns. Yes, getting comfortable in those things that don't result in achieving more.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
We're against feeling stuck. We've been touching on that. We're against being stuck in a dead-end job and that time freedom and that money freedom. We're against dishonesty. Absolutely. And we're against self-serving. We want to help others. And that is all within our system. So go ahead, Christina.
And just to share too, I know it's easy at different points in time with your store or whatever you're doing. Okay. You do think you know it all. But I like to just say, leave this little question in the back of your head. Perhaps there's something I don't know. When you think you know it all, say, you know what, perhaps there's something I don't know about this problem, this situation, etc. I think it just kind of helps any of us put it into perspective. Because we're all always learning.
Absolutely. Yes. I agree with that 100%. I like having that question always present in your head. That's a great point. All right. So let's move on. So you understand our core values, you understand our dual mission, our dual purpose, and how that can be your dual purpose as well by using this system. And then the next question is how? How do we go about doing that? And we do it by partnering with Etsy sellers that create passionate products with high margins that align with our own passions so that we can grow a business that we can be proud of. And on day 3, we're going to chat about how we partner with those Etsy sellers. We're going to chat about the outreach. We're going to chat about how to engage in those relationships. We're going to chat about how to fulfill, once you have that relationship, how to actually fulfill the order, how the Etsy vendor fulfills the order. We're going to talk about co-branding, the opportunity for you with Etsy sellers. I want to touch on the how right now, just so you knew that was our vehicle. Because there is going to take a little bit of outreach on your end and communication in order to accomplish the how. And the beautiful thing about the how is, and I'm going to share this slide here, is within this macro trend. And I got this slide, and you probably can't read it too well. I'll blow it up here in just a second. Let me see if I can open it up. And here we go. This is from Trend Hunter. Can you see that better?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you notice down here, it says the 6 patterns of opportunity and the top 18 mega trends. So the 6 patterns live within this inner circle. So there's acceleration, cyclicality, redirection, divergence, convergence, and reduction. And so this is from trendhunter.com. It's a website I recommend that anybody here goes to check out. You can spot, it helps to spot, current trends, not only in e-commerce, but digital marketing trends, all sorts of various trends, and also their audiences and how they fit within these 6 patterns of opportunity, which result in the top 18 mega trends. And our system of reaching out to Etsy sellers and how we go about doing that, I just want to point out how this fits within these top 18 mega trends. Just really quickly, I'm going to touch on this. Because what are people craving and what are these mega trends and how does our system fall within it? One, I want to point out tribalism. Tribalism is a concept where we all, fit into specific tribes or buckets of our own passions, our own identities, and we align ourselves with people that are like us, whether that happens to be our interests or hobbies, or our occupation or our politics, all sorts of different ideas of tribalism. When we find a product within Etsy seller, we're going to locate a product that is going to speak into a specific tribe. Okay. The experience, we can chat about the experience as well, because throughout the customer life journey, we will be giving them an experience of purchase with your store, also post-purchase experience, because an experience we want to give you, actually see a roller coaster here. I think that's a very apt image. If you think about Disneyland and the Disneyland experience, when you go to Disneyland, I mean, it is you're not just going for the rides, you're going for a full-fledged experience from the moment you get, set foot on the grounds. And they extend that experience out into Disney Plus, and the whole Disney ecosystem. You touch anything Disney and you feel like you're part of the Disney family, right? So how we fit into these megatrends: tribalism, experience, authenticity. People are craving absolute authenticity. And when we are connecting with an Etsy seller that provides a personal product, this personalization here is another one, but I'm going to pair it with authenticity. It's an authentic and personalized experience that we can provide. Co-creation here, we're not necessarily co-creating, but we can co-brand. And so when that product is shipped out to the customer, not only are we helping when we make that sale for that Etsy vendor, not only are we helping them grow their brand, that they're branding their products, but also include co-branding of our own. Over here, curation. We are curating this item from Etsy. So our system is actually fitting in with one of these mega trends that we are benefiting from, right? So there's kind of two different things here. We're benefiting from a number of these things, but this is a direct benefit to us that this is a mega trend that is very popular and growing. So those are the ones I wanted to touch on right now. There's others that we could touch on here as well, but I wanted to touch on those and just let you know that where we're going and this system and what we're doing fall into trending areas, growing areas. So we shared the image earlier of e-commerce and how it grew in 1 quarter as it had in 4 years. Compound that with these layers of trending areas of opportunity. And that is what that's where our system lives. That's where what we're teaching. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions about that, go ahead and drop a comment below. I thought that was a very important share so that you knew that you're in the right place with this system. All right. So that said, we've covered we've covered the new landscape. We've covered our bigger why. We've covered our core values. We've covered the dual mission and how aligning a product and also aligning a product that aligns with you compounds with aligning with another business by helping them so that you can grow a business that you're excited about and passionate about. What I'm going to do here today is leave you with the homework so that you can take home and fill out these sheets that are action steps within our stage 1, our foundational stage of clarity and commitment. And the word clarity is here very important because this stage, when people are, either new store owners or they've been trying at selling and trying to grow a business, it's overwhelming. I mentioned earlier how I was overwhelmed trying to sell multiple different products into multiple different niches. And then you have to speak multiple different languages and have all of these things. And it feels like the puzzle pieces are never quite put together. And what's important about having your bigger why, your inner why, knowing your core, what sort of people that you want to serve, creates clarity, right? It creates clarity. So what blows away overwhelm? What stops overwhelm from occurring? It is a system and process in place. Okay? And narrowing it all down, distilling everything down so that you're just focused on one goal, one step at a time.
And you're marching through the steps.
Absolutely. So a step today and the action step and the homework I'm going to send to everybody. So check the files tab in the group, check your email, are the action steps associated with getting clear on your passions, on your hobbies, on the things that fire you up, because we're going to translate that into the types of products that we can find on Etsy that align with you. So I'll just kind of share those here. Your passions, we can see up here, this exists in stage 1, step 1, action step. This is now an action step. The earlier ones were concepts. This is an action step. I want you to list your passions. I want you to list your hobbies. And then take notes of other things that fire you up down here. Who do you admire? And then who do you like helping? Right? We really want to get clear on who you like serving, who you are, because there are products out there, most certainly, that are going to speak to you. And then also, I want you to go through this exercise of why do I want to grow a business, so that you can understand your deeper inner desire of why you really want this, right? Because it's not just to have more money in the bank. There's a deeper why for you. So fill this out, and then, what are your income goals, and why are they there? Why? So I would actually fill this one out first. I'll probably move this one over here and then trade them. So this is step 1, step 2. But what are your goals? And then your deeper internal why. So this bits of homework and all of these slides will be in the files tab for today in Facebook. Once again, you will also get these in your email. And just as a recap, they are part of our foundational stage, step 1, clarity and commitment. As we move forward into tomorrow, we're going to chat about store readiness and conversion optimization. So you get the foundation laid for your store and you know that you have all the elements in place for a high converting store. As we move forward in the week, we're going to go through into the second stage of curation, reaching out to the Etsy vendor, finding those products that speak to you from step 1.
Okay, and also just to point out, we're granting and giving you homework. Why don't you submit your answers within the group and share?
I think that's a wonderful idea, Christina.
So we can all see where you're at, where you want to be, and your bigger why. We're here to support each other, but also we want to be accountable. So get your homework done.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keep an eye out, everybody, in your email and in that files tab for the PDF here. I'll be uploading it and emailing it out here soon. And let me just come back over here for a moment. We will just kind of recap about some things that we need to do for the group. Always check your emails, check the files section. I've said we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m., 1 p.m. How do you share it with the group? Someone just asked. And so what you'll do is you can just create a post within the group and upload it directly into the group. Or if you're unable to upload the PDF or fill out, you just have a local copy, you can kind of distill it into a post and just give us your bigger why into the group. What is your bigger why? What is your passion? Who are you passionate to serve? What wakes you up in the morning? And just share with the group. Let's give each other some wins and some progress so we can drive each other through this group here.
Or even if you can't answer all the questions, raise your hand, say, hey, I need a little help. I'm not really finding my true why.
Perfect. Yes.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, always okay to ask for help here. There is never a dumb question, ever, ever, ever. Okay, so that being said, everybody, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We're going to be back tomorrow with our store readiness segment. And I was really excited. I think we covered everything I wanted to cover today and then a little bit more. Really excited to come up on the next few days here. And yeah, I'll be putting together all that I can here for tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. So excited to move forward, Christina.
Excited too. Just want to shout out to Jason Washington. Thank you so much. He said, thanks, Aaron and Christina.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
With champagne.
Oh, nice.
Like it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good deal. Mindy, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we shall hop off for now. Tyler, goodbye. Bye, Mindy.
Bye, Cecil. Bye, Steve. Cecil and Steve, you'll see some documents from us today, just FYI. And Les, Mindy, Mason. Let's see. We saw quite a few names come in today, so we look forward to you submitting your homework in the group.
Awesome. Absolutely. Submit your homework, comment in the group, and look out for your emails in the files tab, guys. We will see you back here tomorrow and in the group to answer any questions, okay? All right. Bye for now.
Thank you, everybody.